Hello guys, this is Malachi Branch Productions, and here today with a bit of a discussion video. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I did make a video, I think like a couple weeks ago, or like, yeah, I think, oh yeah, 2 weeks ago, I made a video called Anti-SJWs Are a Disease, and the video, it was a very harsh video. I just found this video where someone was talking about the quote, R words of Twitter, and I really, as you can tell by that video, I really did not have a whole lot of positive things to say, and I mean, you probably already tell that given the title of the video, but I kind of recently wanted to make a video in a more of a, trying to do more of a bit more of a calm, more level-headed, if you could say, approach on this, and more so to explain my reasons for why I don't like the anti-SJW community, and more so give you guys some more, again, more, it's not going to be as, well, I'm obviously going to talk about why I don't like this community, but more in a, I guess I'd say more chill way instead of just constantly, like, freaking lashing out at these people, and, yeah, for this video approach, I'm going to try to do, I think I'm going to try to do this in kind of like one long recording. Usually I do edit a lot of my videos and record multiple segments for each one, but this one I'm going to try to do more of a one take, because I do think I do have, well, it is going to be a lot of reasons, well, a couple, actually, but yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys exactly why I'm not a fan of this community. Now, I don't hate every anti-SJW, like, that's not what I'm trying to say. I think there are some anti-SJWs that aren't as crazy or as just bad as a lot of the other people in this community are, but a lot of people in this community are very crazy and just, okay, I think I'm done talking in this kind of intro part of it. Let's get on to the first reason why I don't like this community, and mainly their videos. I feel like the format of the anti-SJW commentary stuff it's a very repetitive format, and I just, at this point, there's like no creativity at all when it comes to the videos or the video subjects or the topics or the points made in these videos. Usually the targets that anti-SJWs go after are either the woke scolds or the woke people or SJWs, or just, it's usually people making videos against progressive people or left-leaning people, and yeah, usually the points made in these videos are just that everyone who even, like, remotely says they care about something, they're just virtue signaling, and by something I mean by, let's say there's someone out there who makes a post about, I don't know, let's say Black Lives Matter, or they have LGBT stuff in their bio, or they have, like, their pronouns in their Twitter name or something like that, and yeah, usually anti-SJWs go after that stuff, and they tend to make a lot of really non-arguments about these people, and again, it's a really, again, repetitive format. I'm just saying, if you were going to make anti-SJW videos in the current age, just at least try to make something creative, or at least try to say something unique in your videos, or make some, yeah, or at least give some type of unique take on it. I mean, I'm still probably not gonna like it, but at least I would compliment it for being different. But again, the reason why, again, it's just, I think it's a very repetitive format. And and the next reason why I'm not a fan of anti-SJWs and the videos that they make is, well, again, when it comes to the content in their videos, it's really just, this really shouldn't be, the stuff that they talk about really shouldn't be stuff that you should get this mad over, or get like that in your feelings, if you will, about. Like, usually the videos that these people make, some people that I would like to specifically mention are mainly people like the Quartering and Geeks and Gamers and those types of people. Usually the videos they make are on Star Wars or Marvel or geek type content, and a lot of the videos that they will make usually revolve around, quote, feminists, or let's say like Marvel or the Star Wars people, or Lucasfilms, or whoever is behind those things, tries to do some type of initiative or try to make some characters or some parts of their things LGBT friendly, or it's usually stuff that's progressive. Usually, most of these people, most of those types of YouTubers will, they'll just, it's usually just a shouting match against the people, and there's no real arguments made in these videos, and especially no valid arguments as to why these things are so bad. It's usually just, look at these people virtue signaling, and again, it's just, why are you this mad over someone or some company or whatever trying to, it's not, when it comes to the companies, it's not always really sure if they're being genuine with it, or like, again, it maybe could be a case where they're just trying to get some progressive points, and maybe if you find them like outside Twitter, they're gonna be like, yeah, I don't really care about this. But anti-SJWs, they don't really take this into account. They seem to just lambast this LGBT stuff for being, quote, woke, and trying to appeal to the woke agenda and stuff like that. Although I think now time to get to some more serious stuff. One thing, something that I do really hate about the anti-SJW community is they tend to twist information, and they tend to twist a lot of stuff a lot. And this is usually the case when someone is, quote, being canceled, and oh yeah, that should also lead to another thing. When it comes to, quote, stuff like cancel culture, it's basically the trigger word for them. I mean, they always talk about SJW libtards being triggered, but if you even like remotely bring up someone's past or something that they did, and okay, I'm probably gonna give a really hot take here, but I think the whole cancel culture thing and people getting canceled, it's really a overhyped subject, and just I just think it's like really dumb to make this big of a deal out of, quote, cancel culture, because it barely even works. Like, let's just be real here. Usually when someone is canceled, it's only for like a couple days, and they don't even face any serious repercussions for it, whether, no matter really what the severity of the subjects are. Like, they usually, it's just like a couple people or several people saying, this person's over, party, and then they just move on to the next person. But again, if you've never even heard about cancel culture and you are hearing it from an anti-SJW, they'll talk about it like it's literally what would happen with the second coming of Christ, and like it's all hell breaks loose once someone gets canceled. And there's also some more stuff hidden behind the whole, quote, cancel thing. Yeah, well, okay, this one isn't really necessarily about people being canceled, but this is more so on how anti-SJWs twist information and try to make some serious shit look not as bad when it really is. It's when, let's say someone gets in the news for doing some let's say they do something like a hate crime, or let's say they get in trouble for some discrimination against trans people or LGBT people, or let's say more marginalized groups. Most of these people will, when these people are being accused of serious subjects like that, they always move to whatever platform they have, and then proceed to do look at all these SJWs, look at all these people canceling and trying to get these people arrested for saying some really offensive stuff. I mean, come on, man, it's freedom of speech. And yeah, I think that also leads into another thing. When it comes to freedom of speech, these people clearly don't know the difference between freedom of speech and freedom of consequence. I think that's how you would say it. Now, again, it seems like when it comes to anti-SJWs, these people seem to think that since freedom of speech exists, you can't give, and no one can have any consequences for the stuff that they say, which is a very dumb thing and really clearly shows that you guys don't understand what freedom of speech is. Freedom of speech means that you are protected under the First Amendment and the government cannot arrest you for the stuff you say in real life. But like if you say the N-word online, or if you do something like, let's say you repeatedly harass, let's say, again, marginalized groups and minority people, saying stuff like, screw you, N-word, I hope you get chained up, or some random stuff like that. And let's say the platform that they say it on bans the people behind the platform ban that person. Usually anti-SJWs are going to be quick to say, oh, look at this person being censored, hashtag big tech censorship or something like that, which, yeah, big tech censorship, it's not a real thing, okay? It's really not. And there's a difference between getting banned online and freedom of speech, and that's the thing. And these people, and usually anti-SJWs, talk about stuff like, we would just want people to be punished fairly and equally, but they're very vague with it. Like, they don't exactly propose any real ideas on how you're supposed to punish everyone equally. It's usually just a loophole way of saying we want to say whatever we want and not get any consequences for it. And again, that's all I really have to say for anti-SJWs. I just don't think these people are really that aren't really that necessary in the current era, and especially in 2021, because the anti-SJW shtick, it's really gotten old at this point. And again, the video topics, they've never changed. It's just, again, usually people screaming for like 11 minutes about like a famous actor or actress saying that they support BLM or the LGBT community, and again, it's just really not. It's, again, I just don't think this community is really that necessary or even really that needed at this point. And again, these people tend to blow SJWs and liberals out of proportion when they're really just, usually the people they go after are just regular ass people who just wanted to say that they support a certain group that's marginalized or is discriminated against on an institutional level. And again, these people also tend to downplay institutional discrimination, which, yeah, that's pretty sus if you ask me. But yeah, that's all I'd really like to say for this video. Don't want to get too serious or too down that rabbit hole yet. But yeah, that's all I really have to say. See you guys in the next video. Alright, so this is a little bonus segment I would like to attach to the end of this video. After this, the video will be done, but something that I've always found pretty, well, not always. Now, I thought this was a solid argument back then, but nowadays I think it's a very easily debunkable point. It's the people who say, and it's not just anti-SJWs, this actually applies to a lot of people, actually. The people who say that, why can't forms of entertainment or art just be fun? Why do they have to be politics in there? And keep the politics out of our entertainment. And this is a really moot point, because politics has always been in art forms. Like, this isn't just this new thing that happened. Politics has always been in forms of art, whether it be games, movies, TV shows, music, literal painting. Like, there's political messages and everything. And another thing I would also like to address is the people who say, why can't people just put politics aside and judge something based on its own merits? To those people, I would like to say, why is this such an issue? I mean, these people are critiquing things, right? Like, you should be able to judge art based on all its merits, not just how the movie or the game or the stuff itself is, but also based on its merits as a political message, or looking at its political stuff. You could either critique the reasons as to why it either missed the mark or is on point. Like, that's the beauty of critiquing. You criticize or praise everything about a form of art, not just the things that aren't political. And again, I just don't know why people bring up politics in art form like it's this new thing. Like, again, politics has been an art for decades, not just the recent times. I just figured I'd attach this little segment at the end so I could get that off my chest. And again, this isn't just something anti-SJWs do. It's just something people do in general. That's why this is a bonus segment. But anyways, now it is time to say goodbye. See you guys in the next video.